welcome to a brand new edition of Ramble on Reactions. Sitting next to me, rubbing his hands, is handsome Dan Nye.
And sitting right next to doing all the pointing is clever Eric Muller. So many points.
Oh, the points. I'm like a local news team.
I wish we're not reviewing that though. So little backstory.
This movie would have gotten an A.
Yes. Well, this movie might have gotten an A. So way back when was this 3 years ago?
Yeah, when we did our first Ramble on Rumble.
The very first Ramble on Rumble, the first time we did an homage to movie fights, we had a question, and that question was, what comic book movie don't we need, or does it need a theatrical release?
Right. No, it was just we don't need.
We don't need. So, and we argued for The Flash. We didn't need the Flash movie. There was a second one we're not going to be able to remember because we put our heads together and we can't do it.
Yeah.
And I successfully argued we did not need the Sony animated Spider-Man movie. And I was wrong.
Right, so
we both saw.
We're going to take that point away.
We both saw Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Yes,
yesterday.
Yes. Oh, was that a treat for our eyes and our ears
and our souls?
And that guy sitting next to Dan.
That guy was really happy.
He was really into it.
And he kept. The funny part was, we went and saw the movie together. That guy was by himself.
Right.
He was talking like he was not by himself. Not like talking throughout the movie, but he kept going, that was funny. And just like making comments you would make conversationally. So, Ruby agrees.
Agrees.
If you hear squeaks, that's why. So, we don't really need to go into the plot of this. Like, you kind of get it from the previews. Like, there's science happens and you get multiple Spidermans.
And the main character is Miles Morales.
The main character is Miles Morales.
This is him getting his big Spider-Man movie.
Yeah. But I think the more important thing is what they do as a framing device to start this movie, and then as the movie goes, they're acknowledging pretty much all the past history of all the Spider-Mans, which was really smart, and the way they do it is really clever. In the entire movie, it takes about 5 minutes total away from the film.
It's a solid 5-minute montage, yeah.
Well, yeah, but like there's that, and then they keep going back and adding to the montage, so every new character you get, they show you how that character came to be in like 20 seconds or less.
Yeah, it's literally
terribly clever.
Everyone gets their own comic book. I love that.
It was so, like, I don't know if you can actually say negative things about this movie.
Yeah, it is very hard to say anything.
I think the only I can't even, this is a nitpick, and this is what we'll do is we'll nitpick. It's still an origin story, and if you boil back all the other characters and you're looking just at one, it's a lot of similar beats. However, I didn't mind it. I didn't mind all the similar beats at all. It was like if you talk about Marvel movies as like a warm hug, this is like that surprise hug you get from a friend you haven't seen in a really long time. And you're like, oh my gosh, I haven't seen you. This feels so great and nice. So it's like, it feels familiar, but still new and fresh.
Well, because what really helps is the animation style.
Oh my,
the way it looks is fantastic.
Literally, there are some frames in this movie. I didn't say anything while we were watching it, but there are some frames in this movie where like you won't really see any characters, but you'll see like a car or something just kind of move, or something moves in the wind. I'm like, that looks like it was shot on film.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of creepy how good some of this animation is.
Oh, some of the best animation.
It's like coming up, you know how you have that uncanny valley where it's like people in animation and whatnot, you can't like really identify, like, you know, animated versus real people in the uncanny valley. Like, we'll see what happens with Attila. That'll be a really interesting one. But this is like coming out of it as far as everything but the actual characters.
Yeah.
Like, some of the other parts, some of the realism looks so good, I'm drooling. Like,
oh yeah, and we also saw it in 3D, which I think this helps with it.
It really did. I'm probably going to make an effort in the next, I might try in the next week or so to see IMAX as well. I don't know if it'll be IMAX 3D, but I want that, like, I want that all, that encompassing, because that's how I saw Blade Runner, and it was just like, my eyeballs. So, yeah, see it in as big a screen as possible, and see it as much as possible. I looked up the numbers because we're recording this on Sunday. It looks like it's headed towards 35-40 million opening weekend, which is good.
Solid.
Which is solid, but that drop-off needs to be short, because we need to show, like, I say we, like the royal we of the populace of the world.
Not just me and Dan.
Not just me and Dan.
We gotta work. We can't watch this movie all day every day.
I just keep making money. Our $100 that we would like spend in the next week going to see it, we would do that, but it's it's important, and I heard about this on another one, is because these standalones need to be acknowledged that they can be just as good as anything in a shared universe. It's good that DC's getting away from that, and Marvel clearly has been successful, but you need to show that those standalones are good. Because this is like kind of how you got with like the Lego Batman movie, and that became a pretty big success. A similar creative team, but it needs to be said, and that, like, you can't undersell this movie.
No, you can't.
You really can't. Anything? What other things can you say about this? Anything?
I mean, the voice acting is great.
So good.
From Chris Pine as the OG Spider-Man in this to
Jake Johnson.
I love Nick Cage as Spider-Man Noir.
So great. I'm not gonna lie, little Brian Tyree Henry. He I got weepy with just some of his voice acting.
Oh yeah,
because he's so good at it. Like there are some super heartfelt moments in this.
A lot of them, and
like not so much that you don't see him coming, but like the way they're executed is done perfectly.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
It's so
brilliant
good.
Performances.
Some great twists too. Like I was a little worried being on social media that they'd shown too much, like with the clips and whatnot. And then I got in there and I'm like, I didn't know that was coming. That was really cool. And like. I don't think you couldn't get away with this live action. It would not work. It wouldn't make sense, and it wouldn't be as fun.
No, that was the other thing. This movie is fun. It's genuinely fun to see.
And everyone's arc is great. Like I said, aside from the beats being kind of normal origin story with one character, everything once you added on it, it's just you can't detract from this.
It's pretty close to being a perfect film this year.
Yeah, I'll go A+. There's been so much talk. I think it's already nominated for a Golden Globe.
Yeah.
For Best Animated. I hope it's at least nominated for animated in Oscars. But there's an outside chance you could get a Best Picture nomination, which I'm hoping because this movie needs to be seen.
Yes, by everyone.
Yeah.
Stanley cameo, just so you know, prepare your hearts.
Oh my god. Yeah, because that was locked like months before he passed. Oh, so it's so like.
And then he says a certain sentence, and I was almost in tears.
Yep. That was a lot of this movie where it wasn't like I'm sad and I'm crying. It's just like there's water coming out of my eyes now. Like
I don't know why.
Manly tears, but so manly. But yeah,
I was clean shaven yesterday. Then I saw.
It was like Hulk, but beard, hair just sprouted from his face. So yeah, go see Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Please do.
Yeah, we can't say enough good things. I was.
Let us know which one's your favorite Spider-Man.
Yes, I was. What was yours?
Oh, Spider-Man Noir.
Noir, he was pretty good. I like alternate universe Peter Parker. He made me happy. Just to see, that's the thing, is all the characters felt very real too. It wasn't like, even having watched Big Mouth 2, hearing John Mulaney do Peter Porker, that was kind of funny and weird.
Spider-Ham.
But it worked really well. I was worried that all the reviews were going to oversell it, and no.
There's no way to oversell this film.
No.
You can undersell it.
Yeah, there are some other movies where it's like we've talked about they got too hyped in my head. This one, nope. So. That's what we thought of Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. First off, go see this movie. Second off, let us know what you thought about it. You can. I'm just going to kind of assume that everyone is going to be like us, and they're going to be like, it was amazing. So we could just be like, yeah, this is life after Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Yes. So that's the world we live in now. Clever Eric Muller.
Handsome Dan Nye.
Like, comment, subscribe, share, let us do all those fun things. We're shooting a whole bunch of reviews today, so you will see those either now or soon, or they'll all be out in the next couple
Whatever. If this is your first time ever seeing one of our videos, watch all of our reviews.
Yeah, we have a bunch. You can go back and watch us as we've, evolved. Hopefully evolved. Not devolved.
Yeah.
All right. Anchors away.
Bye-bye.